Dusty's still doing good. She has a new favorite spot. We put a blanket kind of pillow thing, little mat down there. You doing good, Dusty Cat? You just chilling? Chilling like a villain indeed. Taking you guys a bit through my morning routine and what I do, so I know little Scabber's so excited. He loves these right here. Full cheeks, man. Y'all doing it right. It is just a PetSmart brand, so you can only get it through PetSmart stores, but my goodness, he gets so excited for it, this little guy. Homie, you buried your food again. Why'd you bury your food again, buddy? Alright, well, you enjoy your snack. He gets one in the morning and one in the evening. And then I just kind of give him little treats here and there between the day if I'm here. Otherwise, I give him a nice full bowl of that stuff with a bit of the Missouri pellets, and he's usually good for the day. Water's looking good. Absolutely. Time to turn on the lights for the gecko tank. Oh, there's her little tail. I see that. I have to get the water out and pour it into that dish there and overflow it so we can see all those isopods doing good. And I'm going to have to drop some veggies in them so they can, not in the isopods, in the tank for the isopods so they can all eat and everything. Oh, glare. Oh, gosh. Nope, lady's come out to say hi. She's gotten curious. Hello. Yes, I'm changing up your stuffs and things, getting you water. What I've been doing is I've just been letting the water overflow into her dish really good. I've had not really to move it too much or anything. But how I normally do that, hey you, I'm going to show you a pretty little face while I go over to the other thing. Bada boom. The water dish. I just kind of let that overflow real good. Let the water drip out. Pour it over the frozen veggies a bit. You can see the isopods already reacting to the water coming through the system on the soil and everything. Give it a second. You can see them kind of scurrying about. I'm not really worried about these bugs being disgusting to people because most of the time a lot of people think the isopods are kind of cute. Okay, they're just little roly-poly looking things, and they're just going about doing their day. They don't bite anybody. They're not very dangerous. They do a lot of good cleaning, though, and so I kind of keep their energy up with some extra nutrition. I know, lady, you want to come out. You were out yesterday. I'll get you up when I get back later. This is the morning thing, and then I'm probably going to do another video later for the nighttime thing. We're going to go say hi to everybody, okay? Is that cool with you? Gave the piggies some of their fresh veggies and stuff as well. And when I get back, they're going to get a nice big old cleanup. Because you can see with their spot, it's a little messy. And I'm glad that they're starting to use their litter box more. Most of their waste has been going into there. They've been starting to use that more. So I'm super excited about that. Oh, I think I hear a little friend starting to make some noise. Is that a frogger? Starting to make some froggy sounds. Where you at, buddy? I heard you. Well, let me get the water and stuff. I thought he was about to start making noises, but I guess not. Oh, yep. Hey. That's a little buddy right there. A big buddy, I should say. You up in your little hut, it sounds like. Yes, you are. My goodness. I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry. Get a little bit of a spray down going. In the morning, they get a spray. In the nighttime, they get a spray. Most of the time. I might miss a morning or night, but at least once a day. It's very important. That's right, Frogger. This dude always sings in the rain. And you can see there's stuff like crickets and stuff running around. Buddy, you talking over me. Alright, now I'm probably safe to talk again now that I'm done spraying him. Let's go check on Jamocha right quick. There's a silly little lizard just kind of laid out. She got all tucked in overnight. Yeah, new spot for you. I hope you like it. This was your old spot. You seem to active more, or be more active in here. But she's right there if you guys can't see her. They like to camouflage. She was sleeping. They are diurnal. And they do not really get super active at nighttime, though you will see them moving around, especially if you come at home at night and you give them food and they hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of woke her up, it looks like. Yep. Oh, she's mad. I know, I'm getting you more food. More bird food for the burbs. Jamocha's getting old, so she gets a little cranky. I'm surprised she's still laying eggs. She's pretty much around 5 years old at this point. Yeah, and I say that normally because usually they live somewhere between 5 to 7. So Hey, Yos, you running around? I'm trying to talk and you distracting me. I know. I'm getting you food. Hold on. So yeah, some seeds with some bits of veggies. They have been a little defrosted, so they don't have that super strong crunch. They're not going to be too bad on their beaks. They have been eating their cuddle bone more, which has been great. I've been seeing them chomping at it. They didn't used to, and it got me worried. I got to change out their water too. Always daily changes on their water to make sure that it stays nice and clean and bacteria free. I like using the spray bottle when I refresh their water because their water dish is not a huge dish, and birds actually don't drink a huge bunch of water. But you do need a dish kind of wide enough, or at least a bath where they can kind of play in it and kind of bathe in it. It's more for their sort of, I would guess, stimulation and just them feeling good and healthy about themselves. They do it in nature. They like to have something they can splash around in. And then the last thing I usually do is I get the fish ready for the day. So we start by turning on their lights and checking it out. Tank is clearing very well. And then I like to kind of look at the bottom here. I got another light I turn on. Bop. I keep that window open. So the plants are holding pretty good. I can see the ferns in the back that I planted about a week or two ago. The moss is actually growing in pretty green. It's breaking apart across the bottom of the tank, which is absolutely exactly what I wanted it to do. Bacopa's holding still for the most part. For the most part. I think it might be the loaches swimming around and knocking them about. You can't really plant them in the substrate. You have to be very careful. Their sort of stalks rot very quickly. So you do want to kind of loosely plant them, attach them, string them together somehow nice and loosely. It's not like the Anacharis where I feel they're comfortable floating around like that, but with something like this guy right here, that's kind of like, I don't know what happened to that thing. I think some snails got to it and kind of ate it at the half mark, but anywho, that's a thing. But they are looking for their food. Let me did that real quick and we can see them eating. Yeah, the duckweed, the newer duckweed from the bucket settling really nice. Some of the older broken up stuff I'm leaving right there to kind of so it all fills in. The weaker and not as strong looking duckweeds I did put outside. It rained a lot last night, so we're going to end this video after the feeding here for the fish on exactly what kind of water level we have in that tank now. Because if you were watching yesterday, you would see that we actually did have a 10-gallon tank, not a bucket, and that's where we're going to be keeping all the foods. Well, not foods, I'm sorry, all the, technically it's food to some animals, but the duckweed and the snails and stuff. Yeah, look at that. You can actually start seeing the heater in the back, which eventually I will kind of put something over. Now, I do let that sprinkle and fall the way it does normally on regular feeding. That seems like a lot, but I got my homies down here, 2 yo-yo loaches, 2 coolie loaches, and a small squad army's worth of these ghost scrimps. And they enjoy eating all that stuff. And they normally get to all the food and stuff before the snails start really getting to it. Yes, this tank has a brownish hue. I do enjoy a dark water tank. I introduced tannins, which is naturally introduced through stuff like Mopani and Catappa. And it's really good for live bearers, guppies, like these guys. Also, mollies and platies enjoy that kind of water. Betta fish are big fans of that kind of water. And of course, the shrimp and my loaches, man, this is where they live. Like, this is their home, is this kind of water. They feel safer with a little bit of some brownish. The cloudiness is a bit much. It is clearing. We did have a bad bacterial bloom, and I've explained multiple times. The duckweed is looking great. Roots nice and long. Very excited for my duckweed looking at how it is. And again, this is stuff from outside. So I'm using rainwater, natural minerals, and I'm just leaving it out there in the light cycle. I'm actually excited to check what this 10 gallons level is at, because if it's too high, I'm going to have to scoop some out. Yeah, you can see it's still wet out here, and I just took a peek, and goodness gracious, guys, that rain splashed all of this everywhere. Oh my goodness. You can see that these guys have the roots just kind of hanging out and everything. They're very healthy looking still, but it's because of the rain. So let me just kind of, best thing to do, I'm going to splash, because if I scrape, I just felt that there was a lot of resistance. I might wind up tearing the roots out. You're not trying to do that with these plants, man. So steady rains are probably nice to it, but these heavy rains, wow. Yeah, I definitely have to come out and check on it. Thankfully, I'm at a water level where I'm under half on the 10 gallon still, so And you can see I have some floaters and stuff, bits of other plants that did unfortunately get a little too more chewed up than I would have liked them to, but we're going to see if we can recover them here. And as I control the snail problem, what I can do is I can start bringing these other plants other than the duckweed into the system as well. Anywho, I have to get to work later, so have a good one, and peace out.